off the bat, we're just talking about what message your spirit guides, spirit has for you, right? So leaving it quite open. We're actually going to start off with me just kind of looking at the cards, filling it out. Okay, this Taurus energy all in this bit. So maybe like the main theme of the reading for everybody is to be grounded, to pay attention to your resources, but also move from a place that feels authentic to you. What are your morals? What do you feel is important? What do you think matters in this world, in this life to you? And living authentically in it. Doing that hard work to figure out what it is that makes you happy, but also how can I do this and still make a living or be happy with what I'm doing. It's like, even if you say keep that job that you don't quite love, how can I have a very rich, like, say personal life or private life? You know what I'm saying? You don't have to really just love what you do for work, although that's the goal. But as long as you can balance it out with purpose, golden. But I am going to read you this oracle card. We'll kind of touch base on what the main theme of your message is. And it's the Kalbatoan calcite. It says, are you in love? Are you craving health and feelings of well-being? Become a conduit for allowing heaven and earth to meet you at your center. It's time to acknowledge the essence of the divine love in you. Take the time to nurture yourself. Imagine yourself in the arms of the Divine Mother. Wow, nice. Picking up on some of y'all may be Taurus heavy. You may also be Geminis, Cancer, Pisces. Really any of the air signs, or you may be dealing with the air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. But the main message that you're kind of going through right now, the main theme of like the lesson is forgiveness. And it says, I acknowledge that harboring resentments block the flow of love. And this is releasing those situations where like you have to forgive other people, yeah, for doing you wrong or coming up short, because you know no one's perfect. People gonna let you down. You're gonna let other people down, whether it's intentional or unintentionally. We have to forgive those people. We carrying that around does nothing for us. Also, if you feel like something wasn't fair and it wasn't a relationship, to say like you feel like you missed the boat on something or you could have done something better or whatever, forgive yourself. Forgive yourself, because at the end of the day, even when we fuck up, when we miss the boat, when we feel like things just are not going our way, or we're just making bad decision after bad decision after bad decision after worst decision, it's saying like you're still gaining something very, very valuable. Success is not the end game. Success isn't the goal. Experience is. Learning the lesson is. It's like fucking up and being like, oh my God, I hit rock bottom. Like, how did I even do this to myself? How did I even get here? It's just as valuable as if you would have hit the nail on the head. It's saying you know where you're where to cross the line, where to make boundaries, where to focus your energy. You know what doesn't work for you when you make mistakes. It's like the most successful people on this planet that you know in history failed thousands of more times more than they've succeeded. You know what I'm saying? Like, think of Thomas Edison, think of Einstein. Like, they came with some bullshit that it did not work, it didn't resonate, it wasn't gonna work, it wasn't right. And some of it was embarrassing, but what do you remember them for? Probably none of that shit. You probably remember Thomas Edison for the light bulb. You probably know Einstein for the theory of relativity. But it's like, these people didn't just wake up and have this epiphany and just do it. They had to go through a lot of trial and error. They had to fuck up a lot. So be gentle on yourself, forgive yourself, and understand that when you don't make the mark, when you do kind of veer off track, know that even in those moments, those are still valuable for your overall growth, for your overall experience of who you are. So I think a lot of it has to do with reconditioning yourself to not think so much in terms of black and white and good and bad. Think more of things as just on a polarity, like this exists, therefore that exists. It's like there's a pro and a con to everything. There's a light side and a shadow side to everything, including yourself. And you can't outshine the shadow. You have to just acknowledge it, understand it, work with it. And that's with anything that you do. There's always going to be a negative and a positive. That's just how this universe works. Okay? But I also see release control, first quarter moon in Taurus. See, maybe a Taurus moon or sun. Also, another Taurus card, new moon in Taurus. Prosperity lies ahead. So this is like saying once you do release the need to know all the fucking answers, once you do release the need to nitpick and be so fixated on one certain path or one way to do something, you will luck up and get what you want probably. It ain't gonna come to you when you want it or how you want it or exactly in the way you want it, but you'll get it. You'll still come to it because it's meant for you. Remember that the thing is meant for you, but the path, that's up to the universe. There's too many people involved. There's too many variants involved, variables. You can't control shit but your reactions. Okay, so it's like saying you got to release this need to want to control situations. And I understand where the need comes from. I'm a fixed sign. You may be a fixed sign as well, like a Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, Aquarius. But it's hard for us to shift gears when we feel that something is supposed to go a certain way. Also, with this Scorpio card, this moon card, is Scorpio, and all this Taurus energy, you may be going back, whether you're Taurus or Scorpio or not, you may be going back and forth with yourself. You may be really in two different like directions, like I don't know what to do, or like feeling a little bit pulled apart, pulled in different directions. I say that because Taurus and Scorpio are opposite on the astrology chart. So every sign has an opposite sign, if you didn't know that. So Taurus is the opposite of Scorpio. They both have innately something in common, but the way they go about it is completely different. Completely different. Like Taurus is about resources, how one gains things for themselves and find abundance for themselves through hard work and perseverance. Scorpio energy, if you think about it from a place of say materials, it's about other people's money. It's about inheriting people like dead relatives' money. It's about marrying into money. It's about debt. It's a different angle of it. So you may be dealing with that, trying to figure out how to get out of debt, trying to figure out how to get to where you feel like you want to be. But what you need to release is the 8 of Swords. It speaks of when you feel like you're backed into a corner, or when you feel like you're so deep in a situation you don't know where to turn. Don't rely on just that one option. Don't sit there and wait on that person. And for some of y'all, I feel like this may have to do with a relationship. I'm going to pull you a card if this is about a relationship. It's about saying get out of that situation. If you're feeling stuck, if you feel backed in a corner, if you feel like you have to go between what you want to do or what feels right to you and keeping this motherfucker, get rid of that motherfucker. I know it's easier said than done, but if you need to hear that, that's the truth. But I'm going to pull a card for the lovers out here who are trying to find some clarity, some insight in their love life. You're the only pile that got this, by the way, so this is for you. I see 10 of Pentacles, or the 10 of Diamonds. It's a network of support is what I wrote on this card. So this could also have to do with family, like feeling obligated to appeal to what your family wants you to do, or what your spouse wants you to do, or what makes the most money. It's like saying you're caring a lot about what maybe people think, or feeling like you're being selfish or robbing the family if you go a different way, or if you break up with that person, or you get a divorce, or whatever it is. One more card for the lovers. I do see the 5 of Swords or the 5 of Spades. It says words that cannot be unsaid. Somebody said some shit to you, hurt your feelings, made you feel very small, told you that you couldn't do something or you shouldn't do something. They really did hit you where it hurt. They hit you in the balls about it. Words that can't be unsaid. It's like even if you said you forgive this person, or you're trying to move on, or whatever they said or did to you, it's like saying you still can't forget it. And the 10 plus 5 is 15. 10 plus 5 is 15. That's the devil energy. You may be dealing with a Capricorn. But the devil energy to me is all about toxic situations. Things that keep us in that illusion of feeling trapped, or things that we feel trapped to. But what you need to embrace is the Ace of Swords in reverse. You will release a lot of that baggage and a lot of those toxic tendencies or toxic patterns if you just embrace the fact that you don't need to know every little detail about how things is going to work out, or what someone is thinking, or how they feel about you, or like you're never going to know fully on a spectrum like how anything is other than what's going on in your own self, mind, body, soul. And once you get that down packed, you may intuitively pick up on how other people feel, think, and sense, but you can't do none of that until you figure out what's going on with you. And it's not about fixing those things that's going on with you. It's about just acknowledging it, being gentle with yourself, forgiving yourself, loving yourself, and the fixing part that comes with it. You do start to choose better decisions for yourself, make better decisions for yourself, choose healthier patterns once you understand what they are and where they come from. This moon card talks about going deeper. It talks about understanding that emotional side of yourself, healing that trauma, saying fuck the fears. If it makes you feel uncomfortable, good. That means that I'm doing some work. It means that this is something that's worthwhile for me to check into. If I feel good in my body, then it's something I should be doing. If I feel uncomfortable, it's something I need to figure out why am I uncomfortable about this. Even just to acknowledge why. But the more you know, the Ace of Swords is also the card of knowledge and intuition, insight. It's like saying sometimes you can't see your own bullshit because, you can't see the forest with the trees. It's like you're in it. But if you can somehow look at it from like a bird's eye perspective, almost like say that Sagittarius or Aquarian type energy where you can kind of like see things from a bigger picture or from a more generalized place, even if it's your own shit, it will help you a lot. It will help you a lot. But I don't know, that's all I really got for you. I didn't want to make this too long, but I'm going to read you the affirmation on the back of the card. Affirmations are a great way for you to reprogram those negative things that you'd say to yourself or those negative thought patterns. By saying them out loud, you're basically reprogramming yourself, like your subconscious. It's beautiful. So if you want to take a screenshot of this, or if you want to pause this and say this out loud, that's great. I endorse that. But I'm going to read it to you. It says, Archangel Jophiel, I activate and embrace divine love. My emotions are balanced. I am clear and joyful. I am compassionate, wise, and tolerant. The qualities of unconditional love, mercy, and understanding emanate from my being. The qualities of unconditional love, mercy, and understanding emanate from my being. That's your superpower, and it's also the key to a lot of your problems. Shifting your perspective. But that's all I got for you. I'm gonna give you one more nugget of advice. It's always gonna be my advice. It's always gonna be the one thing that's gonna stay consistent on this channel for me. And I'm always gonna tell you, you will never forget. And what that thing is, well, one is, if this resonated, comment below and let me know how this resonated. Tell your story, live your truth. I'll read every last comment. It makes me feel like what I do has purpose to it. It's useful. So yeah, engage if you want to. Subscribe to the channel. But what I really want you to know is, if you got spirit, what spirit got you? Blessings and all we do. Bye. Shit.